forces. It's up to all of us to turn around and reject the road to war.
Thank you, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you very much for being here. We want to decide that the Palestinian people and Israel is at the highest possible order. And in the West Bank, we are undertaking one part. And why are we allowing the use of
the escalation is dreadful. The continued bombing of southern Lebanon right up to well into Beirut itself has taken a lot of lives, but it's also destroyed roads and infrastructure, schools and hospitals and all the things that people need. And a very large number of people have been displaced from their homes. This is part of the Greater Israel project of expanding Israel right up to Beirut. The rest of the world seems too quiet on this issue and is still allowing Israel to buy weapons all over the world which it uses to kill Palestinian people. Well, Trump at one level can, which is the political pressure that he occasionally exerts, but it would be very easy for Trump to simply turn off the weapons supply. Previous US presidents at various times have done that. He hasn't. He could, if he wanted to.
I want to see peace and the Iranian people able to live in peace.
I think we should recognise that Pakistan has done its very best to try to negotiate a ceasefire in order to bring about some kind of negotiation. And the various stages of those negotiations are important. I think there are some hopes that that can be the case, where it would have to be a recognition of Iran's independence and sovereignty.
However, what about sanctions against Israel for the illegal occupation in the first place?
Peace would look like two things. One is an end to the bombing and the fighting. The second thing would be liberation for the people of Palestine. They have been under a form of occupation ever since 1948.
Israel has continued for months now to attack Lebanon, including, displacing over 1 million people from their homes, and meanwhile escalating once again its attacks against Palestinians. We saw the horrific and heartbreaking images of a Palestinian baby shot dead by the Israeli military in Hebron, in the West Bank. Once again, the closure of the crossings into Gaza, denying access for vital food and other humanitarian needs.
Israel is breaking ceasefires in all directions. They're occupying a whole swathe of the Lebanon and actually advancing further from the south. They're attacking Gaza again in a murderous way, and they are locked into the war against Iran as well. The Israeli government, the Israeli politicians, the Israel's leadership is committed to permanent war for a greater Israel. And that's an extremely dangerous and destabilising fact.
By the institutionally racist Metropolitan Police trying to
I think he could easily control Netanyahu. The simple thing he needs to do is to say, I'm not selling you any more weapons. But that's the one thing he's quite unlikely to do, because actually Israel remains central to the West's imperial project, to the US's geopolitical ambitions in the Middle East.
To arrive from these areas suffering from explosions, shrapnel wounds.
Let the word ceasefire become a reason to look away.
Our answer to wedge streeting and Emily Thornberry and a handful of others.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to Mirror Now.